we prepare for the third of 4 rotations in the women's all-around finals. Actually, they are now in the midst of the third rotation. The standings after 2 events has Sabrina Marr holding on to that very slim lead over Christy Phillips. That lead, by the way, has been slightly, ever so slightly, increased here in this third rotation. Sabrina held on to that lead with a very strong performance on the floor exercise in the second rotation. Let's go back now and take another look and listen to Sabrina's coach, Greg Marsden, during this performance.
Stay strong. Stay strong. Push. Go, go, go. Woo! Yes!
I think he liked it. Now in the third rotation, Sabrina Marr moved on to the vault. Christy Phillips took the uneven bars, and Kelly Garrison-Steeves moved on to the floor exercise. And Sabrina Marr helped herself immensely with a very strong, aggressive vault performance.
This was an unbelievable vault for Sabrina. And this is what exciting gymnastics is all about. They're going to have to be near perfect to win this meet. Round off, layout to her with a full twist, and look at the landing.
I think Sabrina really realizes that she's right on. She seems to have tremendous speed here, but she knows throughout the competition that she is right on her game plan. Everything is going right the way she can expect. Terrific work.
It's great to see her not get too cautious here. She just goes way back into it and goes for the landing.
Her score was a 9.875 on that strong vault performance, which meant that Christy Phillips needed a 9.95 to take the lead. Now here's the second vault. She tried to top that 9.875. And she told you, Kathy, prior to this event, that she was going to be aggressive today, had to take risks. She's been true to her word.
She's doing exactly that. Good approach. Little hop on the landing. It's her coach again, Don Peters. I'm sure he's pretty pleased with that vault.
You can see here, I think she was trying to get a little more distance, as was Christy Phillips in the second vault. Still, once again, she has beautiful position in the air. Minor hop on the landing, so it won't score as well as the first vault.
Sabrina, being aggressive, knew that she needed a very good score to keep that lead. Heading into this rotation, her lead was only 65 one-thousandths of a point over Christy Phillips.
Come on, Chris!
And yet she's cheering Christy on.
Come on, Christy!
Our sport is really unique in that you're not really out trying to beat someone. You have no control over what they do. You want to see your competitors do just as well, and you come out on top.
9.875 on her second vault, the same as the first, so she'll carry that on. Now, Christy Phillips knew what Sabrina Marr had on the vault, and she also knew that she needed a 9.95 to take the lead on the uneven bars.
Now, Christy, this is probably her weakest event.
And without a doubt, we've noticed all week long she's been laboring to the handstands on this event.
This giant swing to a reverse heck. Now watch this. Unique little move, a Jaeger between the bars.
You can see a little trouble on the cast a handstand and big arch in the giant and a little shorter rotation on the pike double back.
Nice shot.
Her mom and dad urging her on. Christy Phillips, though, knowing that it was not her best performance.
Okay, get ready for it.
Might not have been her best performance, but it's a steady performance for her on this event.
You can see she was a little shorter rotation here. Takes a hop on the landing, and not the typical Christy Phillips stick the landing style.
Christy received a 9.725 on that uneven bars, and obviously not very happy. So as we continue and wait Kelly Garrison-Steeves' performance, we'll be back with more gymnastics competition right after this message. We're back at the Hoosier Dome waiting for Kelly Garrison-Steeves to perform on the floor exercise. Right now, Elsa Chivas of Cuba is on the mat. Kelly Garrison-Steeves currently in 3rd place in the standings. She would need better than a 10, which is an impossibility to take the lead. So Kelly Garrison-Steeves just trying to be consistent, be aggressive, and do the best that she possibly can on the floor exercise. These are the standings now in the 3rd rotation. Keep in mind there are 4 events in women's gymnastics. Sabrina Marr still holds that lead over Christy Phillips, albeit very slight, and Kelly Garrison-Steeves in 3rd place.
Kelly is a very interesting story. At 12 years old, she was national champion on balance beam and floor exercise. And then shortly after that, she got out of gymnastics for a couple of years, competed in high school, was a cheerleader, and then came back. Decided she hadn't had enough, and she's better than ever.
Have fun.
Well, she's the reigning NCAA all-around champion. Attends the University of Oklahoma, a member of the class of 1990.
This is really a critical event for Kelly. She's doing a middle tumbling pass that is new for her, and it's very difficult.
Sabrina Marr, our leader, and being very strong about it. She's waiting to perform on the uneven bars, waiting for the 3rd rotation to end. And Christy Phillips continues to stay loose. Christy Phillips will move on to the balance beam. But right now, it's Kelly Garrison-Steeves on the floor exercise.
Kelly has a very mature style on floor exercise. Shows a lot of elegance.
This is, by the way, her favorite event, the floor X.
She's going to open with a triple twist, trying to improve on the landing. Wasn't a bad landing. Legs were a little bit apart on the landing.
Kathy, in the optional, she went out of bounds there. Could that have been a concern?
Well, to go out of bounds is 1/10 of a point off.
Here's definitely the critical tumbling run. It's a 1.5 to a tuck double back.
All right, she made it.
She was out of bounds, however, on that one. I noticed that her foot touched the white line, and of course, as you mentioned, Kathy, that'll be a 1/10 of a point deduction.
She actually reminds me of a Soviet gymnast, Natalia Yurchenko. Very exotic in her dance. Final tumbling run, a double twist. It's not the most difficult dismount done here, but she did it well. That's her coach looking on, Becky Buick. Let's take a look at this first pass. She doesn't really have trouble with the twist. It's a good takeoff. 1, 2, 3. Legs are a little apart on the landing. Just slight stumble.
Now this was a really nice pass. She does the 1.5 twist right here, through to a round-off back handspring tuck double back. I know she's glad to have made it. She's not too worried about going out of bounds because she just pulls it around and her heel, her left heel touches out of bounds, and of course that's a 1/10 of a point deduction.
They move on to the 4th and final rotation. We'll be back with Kelly Garrison's score right there, 9.575. And we'll be back with more gymnastics, the final event, after this message. More than 14,000 gymnastic fans here at the Hoosier Dome enjoying the finals of the women's competition in the all-around. And the standings as we head into the 4th and final rotation, Sabrina Marr leading by almost 2/10 of a point over Christy Phillips, who is in 2nd place. Kelly Garrison-Steeves of the United States is in 3rd, so it's an all-United States field. Now, as we head into the final rotation, the final event, let us take a look at the apparatus each one of the women will be on. Sabrina Marr moves on to the uneven bars. Christy Phillips will be on the balance beam, and Kelly Garrison-Steeves will be on the vault. Now, a reminder that in the optionals Thursday night, Christy Phillips struggled on the balance beam and fell off for one of the very few times in her career. Let's go back and look at this, Kathy.
Such an unfortunate break for Christy, and something I never see her do. She starts off with one of her original moves, a front limber. Now watch this, a full turn, a requirement on the balance beam, fairly basic, and had serious problems.
This is Christy Phillips, the current national all-around champion, winner of the U.S. Championships, consecutive winner of the American Cup.
Now you know in the back of her mind she's got to be thinking about that full turn. She nails a front limber. Now here it is. And she did perfectly. As always. And a double tuck flyway. Little step on the landing, but a great performance. And the crowd loves it.
While we wait for Sabrina Marr's score to determine the gold, let's go over to Kelly Garrison-Steeves. She needs a 9.85 to move into 2nd place ahead of Christy Phillips.
That's going to be tough. Not impossible, but tough. Round off, tuck Sukuhara with a full twist and a great landing. She went for it. It's not as difficult as the layout Sukuharas we've been seeing with full twist, but it was done so well.
Sabrina Marr, 9.750. She wins the gold medal. The only thing still up in the air now, the silver and the bronze. As we wait for the score of Kelly Garrison-Steeves. Now keep in mind, the women are allowed 2 passes on this apparatus, and they take the best score of the 2.
Regardless of the score, Kelly has to be happy with that vault. It is new for her, and she did it so well.
9.775. Not enough. She has one more chance at the silver medal as Christy Phillips looks on.
It'd be hard for Kelly to improve on that vault, but you never know with this vault. Sometimes you come on just right, you can really blast it up there.
There have only been 2 10s handed out since the 1984 Olympics. Rhonda Fain and Christy Phillips both on this event.
Oh, she tried a layout vault. She has my respect for going for that vault. She was a little short on the pre-flight. You could see her hands on the inside of the horse.
Again, she needs a 9.85 to move into 2nd place.
Don't think she's going to do that. watch from this angle, you can't really see that she almost misses the horse, but she does go for the layout vault, a more difficult vault, in hopes of getting a higher score.